third pixel, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, something like this, 0 to 7. Okay. So while writing 0th pixel, it will start read first. While writing first pixel, it will start read 9. Second, 17. So when I write this, I'll read this. When I write this, I'll read this. When I write this, I'll read this. So the previous, when I write the present frame, the next location I was reading for the Hadamard processing. So I'm just freeing the location for the single memory itself. I'm not having the next memory. So in the same memory, I'm freeing some location. This free space, I'll use it as a tandem location. Now the second frame is started storing in the free space. So complete image also I am not storing. Only the sub image, whatever I said, that 64 alone I am start storing. Okay. So now I don't require the complete frame size of memory also. Only that 64 memory, whatever I kept, that is sufficient to give a single tandem for the entire image. So once this is completely finished, that means the last, this location when I read, when I write, I'll read the last location. So last also it will be freed. So now observe 0, 8, 24, 16, 24 is exactly this. So now for the even frame, I will read in this order for the processing. So this read and write address we have to be generated. So we need a 64 mod counter because 0 to 63, 64 mod counter. So when it starts 0, initially after reset, when it starts 0 to 63, every 63 it will get switched. So initial 0 to 63, one pulse will be high. So whenever I reach 63, I will invert the pulse. So initially it will be high, after 63 it will start low, again it will invert. So this will say this is a odd frame, this is a even frame. First identification. So I can able to easily find out which is a odd frame, which is a even frame. So once I find out the odd frame, I know that for the odd frame, my reading location is 0, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56. Okay. So I can shift the labels higher and lower. I can get this address. It's fine. In case if it is a even frame, my reading location is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I no need to shift it. Whatever the counter value is there, I can read the counter value as it is. So the counter value will give the direct address for reading. For writing, it will be inverse. For writing, initially I will write 0, 1, 2, 3, whatever the counter value is there. Okay. But for even frame, for writing, it has to write in 0, 8, 24. So the shifting. So whatever the algorithm we did here, the same thing it will be used for both reading and writing, and a single memory is enough for doing this tandem. So only with 64 buffer we avoided this two huge memories, this huge counter, everything. Okay. We said these are the problems. This complete thing is avoided only with this single buffer, but not storing in order. Instead of that, with the algorithmic way. So this algorithm finding is your first stage of hardware creation. So if we can able to find out this logic, your algorithm will be fine. So once this camera stored all 60, that means the tandem. So first stage of Hadamard is happening. Once the first stage of Hadamard, the control bus will read based on the user location. It will calculate and it will preserve the data for the watermark location in the second stage of Hadamard. So it will start reading, start read and write for the second stage of buffer. The output of Hadamard transform again as like the first stage buffer. Okay. So here with row column inverse we have to write it. It means if I read the pixels of 0, 8, 16, I have to write it in 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 location. Okay. That is a row column transpose. So once I did this, here also it will happen. Again, the read write is the tandem functionality which we explained for the buffer one, the same functionality. But this is not the same address which you generated from the master counter. because the master counter started at 0 and it gave some value here. After 64, it will give the value here, but after a Hadamard transform, okay? Your Hadamard transform will not run for the 64, it will run for the 56 clock cycle actually. So 8 clock cycle difference will be there. So this 8 clock cycle shift we have to understand. So this buffer, it will not start at 0, it will start at either 56 or else 7. So now the counter value, whenever it's 56, during that time I have to switch on one more signal. So every 56, it will shift. So second stage buffer, the count 56 to 56 on and off. This means even and odd. Based on this even and odd, again I need address 0 to 63. Now I can't just shuffle it back because here 001 is there, I shuffled it. But now 56 means it will be 111. So instead of 111, I need 001. So you have two options. You can create a new counter based on this signal, or else you can modify this value. That means only these three value has an error. So 7, instead of 1, we have 7 differences. So the counter, we have to shift it back to 1. So whenever triple 1 is there, that should be treated as 1. State machine equation you can find. State machine equation, 7 is treated as 1, 6 is treated as, 7 is treated as 1, 0 is treated as 2, 2 is treated as 3. So for that we will get a list of Boolean equations. With that Boolean equations, we can easily generate only 3-bit. With this 3-bit, we can generate this 6-bit information. Okay? So this is the second optimization, it happened. So second counter is not there. What we are trying to avoid the second counter in the sense, in case if you are having multiple counters, its own enable, own reset and other things. And flip-flops in the counter, the shifting will happen randomly. Sometimes if a single reset is not happen due to any glitch, then this second stage counter will give the improper values. So due to the small shifter and due to the small improper value, your entire design will not work out proper. Because instead of reading into location of 0, it will read into some other location of random location. So that will be a improper one. So keeping of multiple counters will be always a problem. So from the single master counter, if possible to generate the address for the entire buffers, it will be the best one. So here also the overhead is not much, only 3-bit. Even that 3-bit, if you look on it, it will be either maximum XOR gate or else AND gate or OR gate, something like that only it will be there. So you will not have much difficulty in this. So after this second stage Hadamard transform, I said this is 56. So again it will happen one more shift. So 56 minus 8, 47. So 46. Know which location I need to watermark it. So calculated and kept. Already whenever that address is there, I need to embed in the proper bit location. After embedding, again it started storing column transpose as like this. 8 shift before. Okay, so this is not only 8 shift before, just looking on the camera will start writing here. So this is a dual port RAM. This is not a single port RAM. So when I write, I'm also reading, but in different addresses. So this is a dual port RAM. These all buffers are dual port RAMs. Okay, if it is a single port RAM, again the overhead will be more. You can't read and write at same clock. So you can keep 232 buffers, but the address generation, read-write logic generation, it will be much higher. So this master counter will generate address for the third stage buffer also. This third stage buffer will given to the inverse Hadamard transform. If you check on Hadamard transform and inverse Hadamard transform, your coefficient matrix is same. That means if you transpose the Normally, coefficient matrix for the inverse, it is a transpose matrix. Form or Walsh-Edelman transform, transpose the matrix,